What's up, everyone? Welcome to PopFourceOne. What's up? Hopefully everyone is doing well and having a great one. We have joining us tonight, we got the Poppin Duo hanging out with us. And don't forget, we have maybe Slapshotpops. Maybe.
Kinda.
He's very dark and cryptic tonight. Very dark and cryptic tonight.
Oh, there we
go.
Oh, no.
Welcome in.
Look at that.
What's up, guys? How is everyone doing this week?
You know what? Amazing.
Yeah.
Like every week.
It's been a crazy week for sure at work and stuff. So yeah, crazy week.
It's been wild.
Yeah. So hopefully everyone is doing well in the chat. Hopefully tell us how you're doing this week. Hopefully you're having a great week so far, and it's almost the weekend. For me, it is the weekend, so I'm glad to know
Josh,
that.
you know what? You're doing it the right way. Take Fridays off.
I like Fridays off. I don't like
who doesn't like Fridays off?
Sundays I go in a little later, which is nice too. So I get to sleep in still on Sundays. So it's nice to have Fridays off. Saturday. It works. Shannon's off too, so not like just me. But.
Oh, you guys get a Friday together off? That's fantastic.
Yeah. That's why we did earlier on. You remember we did the Pixie Patch, which was like the weekday patch for a while. Because we were like, we'll just go on Fridays or every once in a while on a weekday or something like that.
That sounds so nice.
It wasn't bad pricing for that. But we actually stopped, sadly, our annual pass for Disney right now. So we just weren't going enough right now. We have Universal, and then Epic's coming. So we really want to kind of wait and get Epic added to our annual pass when they let us do that. So so that's how's the weather for you guys? It's like hot down here almost. It's nice. It was nice today.
I'll be honest, other than the game that we were outside, we were outside last weekend for Lucas Soccer, and it was like cold as all cold as, listen, it could be worse. It was like low 40s, which is not that bad for Michigan this time of year. It was beautiful this week though, man, like 60s.
Oh, that's nice.
So we got lucky.
All that good stuff.
It feels like it's making the turn finally to spring. Yeah, it's like low 40s at night, high 40s, low 50s during the day now.
Yeah, we've had sun. So,
look at this. We have a 2-year anniversary here with Magma. Happy 2 years.
Thank you for doing that.
Happy PFO. Thank you, Magma. And thoughts on Felix the Cat. I'm sure that'll come up tonight for some reason. I don't know why. But thoughts on Felix the Cat. We'll talk about that in a little bit, I'm sure. A lot of people have come in, though, early. I want to say hi to Evelyn, Velvet. We got Holly. We got Gus. And here, Riley's hanging out. Who else did I see early on? Saw a couple people hanging out early. Magma was here early. Ace, what's going on? Wayne. I think I saw Susan. I saw Albie Pops. Who else did I see? Oh, we got some other anniversaries. Almost 2 years. Not quite. Almost there. Just 2 more months to go for David.
We're close.
PFO. Happy PFO to you guys. So very close. I appreciate the support. It makes all the difference when you guys support the channel and become channel members. So if you haven't done that before, it's pretty easy. You get a free super chat every month. You get some cool emojis and icons and stuff like that, and you get some extra bonuses. Sometimes I send out hidden codes and early access to things and stuff like that as well too. So keep on that channel membership, because Jetman here is past 2 years. We're talking about 29 months. Good evening, all, and Wayne. So everyone else and Wayne is separate, I guess.
Hey.
Oh, wow. He gets called out. I mean, that's nice. Did Wayne have a great bowling game, maybe, or something like that? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Tech is in here. We got Cross Saved hanging out with us. Jeremy, what's up? Got a lot
I see
of
Evelyn just flexed her power here.
It was a big flex, though. Oh my gosh.
Oh, let's see. Oh, there's Evelyn's. Here we go. I got finally down to it. Evelyn. Boom. I don't know if anyone can beat that.
That's
when you go to a wedding and you're dancing on the dance floor and like you're super proud because like we got to me and Brie got to 20 years this year.
Yeah.
We were like, man, we're gonna kill this time. Like there's not we're still like 50th on the dance floor. Like we had to leave way early. I'm like, can't we go like, because they started doing it by like 10 and 15 years, so it was whatever. But Evelyn, I don't think too many people or anybody might have you beat. You're gonna be up there. You might be on the dance floor all night, is what I'm trying to tell you right now.
And then David was officially the first one here tonight, by the way, just to let everyone know. Officially,
you get a reward for that too.
See, a lot.
So Dave would
nice
be
weather.
last on the day.
Nice weather happening. It's kind of nice. It's hard to be stuck in the office, though. See, that's what I was glad at lunch. I was like, I'm getting out. I walked around Lake Yola here in Orlando, and then there was World of Beer. They serve lunch, and they have a good lunch special for like $7, and you have to buy a like soda or anything else. So I got a soda, $7 for the lunch special, and you get like a chicken Philly and $1 more. You added on like tater tots instead of chips. I mean, that's hard to find in this economy for lunch.
Yeah, like that sounds fantastic though. I get Arby's and it's cold outside, and I have a window that I can look out. I mean that
outside
that going for me. I definitely am not walking around no lake. We got a retention pond nearby.
That's one nice perk about working downtown is that you don't have to drive anywhere for lunch. You just walk out the door and you can go somewhere. Pop Funko UK is almost coming in, almost there at 2 years. Congratulations. Only 3 months left, so not too long. But thank you. Appreciate it.
Before you know it.
Oh, look what Alex said. Tiff and I will be 1 year this April. 19 to tie Vincent Bree. There you go.
Hey, good luck.
Oh, see, we had this the other day. Did anyone else have crazy wins the other day? We had actually a tornado touchdown.
We did it like a week ago. It was crazy.
We had a tornado touchdown, and it's weird. It hit like one house and then a little bit more, and it was only maybe like 15, 20 minutes from where we live.
Yeah, so could you imagine if you're the one house? What a
that one like literally across the street looked like it wasn't touched. There was some trees down in the next door one and all the debris from the other house. It was crazy. It was insane.
My luck.
Insurance nightmare.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, their house was like completely gone. And these are like nicer, big houses too. So I feel so bad for that family and what happened. And so, luckily, no one was hurt. I will say that no one got hurt with it. So we've had
that's good. We have a couple trees that we need to remove because during one of these windstorms, I'm so scared one of these trees is going to fall on our house or fall in the garage.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Get everything done and have a tree fall on everything.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
35 years for Wayne. Yeah.
Congrats, Wayne.
That's awesome.
I think you'll be on the dance floor to last.
35 years. That's crazy.
Yeah. So some crazy stuff. So again, hopefully everyone is having a great week already going on. I feel like there wasn't a million pieces of news, but I think we got some clarity about some stuff too. Like as the week went on too, about a couple things we still don't. I think we could talk about later on, maybe Drop Arcade a little more, because there's still no clarity on that, what's going on, like when that's going to go live and stuff.
There seems to be a lot of confusion about Drop Arcade.
Yeah.
I've done some reading and I'm still confused as well. But one thing I want to point out before we get into any NFT talk tonight is I don't know if it's a coincidence, but I feel like we've been bringing it up here on our channels and on PFO and in Funko conversations around the internet here. Have you guys noticed all of a sudden Funko is starting to have like their staff members do these little like introductions, and I feel like I feel like it's good. I'm all for it.
They did that back in the day. I remember
it back. Like they're making Funko more of a personable company. Like they're having people, like I just saw the chief of staff today. She was going around with her Harry Potter collection. Like we need more of that. Like that's great.
Even for the different designs. I know you did a video today, John, but some of those that you're talking about, they're having the designers talk about like how they came up with the concept and why they love that maybe figure or what they really enjoyed about it. What's going on, Mason? What's going on with Slapshotpops? And look at this, Barry.
Oh, let's go,
Barry in the 18-month level. Thanks, Barry, for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. So having a good one in 18 months. That's what? That's a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Going. Year and a half. So yeah, we have lots, I guess, to talk about. I mean, if you guys want to talk about Felix first, I mean, we can do that.
I felt bad. I did feel a little bit bad because I saw the designer did a little video promo. My Jumbotron video was something that I wanted to do for the last 2 drops, so I just finally got around to doing it today. I was very upset yesterday when I was doing the video. I was really upset at HobbyDB. I just think that HobbyDB and their data tracking has just fallen off a cliff ever since they had us all like, put up money and sign up. Like I had to do so much research for that video to track all the prices. And as I was going through it, I noticed that, you can submit the values if you find verified sales, but I was like, I'm not doing that. Like they have other people that actually work for them to do that. But regardless, I just think that overall, I don't think these Jumbotron figures are doing great. Like they might be selling out, but they're not doing well in the
Are they selling out though? We don't know.
We don't. Yeah, that's the other thing. We don't even know.
So we don't know. Like, has anyone got a sorry you did not get this one in the last couple drops? Like,
I believe I've heard people. I heard a lot of people upset.
Bunch of people
get the
Green Ranger.
The Green Ranger. I heard people
say that. That's a pretty popular one. I think it's hard because I really love the style of this. I think that this is
great. I love Felix the Cat. I love this one.
I think what I saw Top Pops do a video, I think today or yesterday, on Super 7, and they have a larger figure with Super 7, and he had Super Grover, and I was like, I wonder what the price comparison was of the larger figure and stuff like that, and it was like $295 when I went on Super 7's website. So the larger one of that is kind of the same idea, right? Like you're thinking about like these larger figures that are limited. I think a chase would be perfect with these, though. I think that helps drive that market. They did it with the other the Project Fred ones, so I don't know why they didn't do it with these. Just cost wise, maybe. I don't know.
Jen, I didn't get to watch your bit. What was the? Give me a summary. Give me a summary so I can react to it here.
These figures are too expensive. They take up a lot of space, and I feel like they're chasing a market that doesn't really exist right now, where I feel like they should be appealing to more of the mid-level collectors, which I would classify probably most of us in the chat. So, they're going after the low-level consumers, and I shouldn't say low-level, but tiny budget consumers, right? With like the biddies and stuff. I just don't think that the market for these is like, I don't think there's a big market. So I don't really understand why Funko.
There's 1,200 pieces, right?
There's 1,200 pieces, and so I did a quick summary of like I looked at the value of each one of the 8 that they've released so far, and 6 out of the 8 that they've released since the first Freddy that we got last May, you can get them all for less than $250, which was their retail.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. To a certain extent, I think is that weird? Is that abnormal for like a collectible like this? Do they all appreciate? I don't know. I'm asking the question. I don't even know. Do they
Well,
appreciate?
so I'm gonna do a Project Fred video at some point too, and the Project Fred figures. Now, obviously, some of those had chases, and it's not the case for all the Project Fred figures, but some of those have actually appreciated very well. And if you look at just like I just look at it, was that
they have
some, not all,
No,
some.
the ones with
Well,
chases.
I mean appreciated as in like it will cost you
more than
than
retail.
The retail,
Right.
not all of them. Most of them, same thing. They've gone down. But I think that most high-end collectibles, like if Sideshow was to release a 1,200 piece Spider-Man for $250, no shot you're getting it for less than $250 on the aftermarket. So people, it's just weird to me, and it shows that people are buying these and maybe they thought they could flip them, or people are buying them, they're getting them, they're like, I don't really have the space, or this was really expensive. So it's crazy how much, like the Freddy is $135. Like that is more than $100 less than retail. So that means a lot of people have had to like undercut each other to sell it. Which
I think, you know what I think is weird with these? I think the weirdest thing about these, like, I get the whole Chan thing or whatever, you know, and I get that they all kind of fall into the, you know, Japanese culture or whatever, kind of like the first series. When they did this one, listen, I think that the figure is fantastic. I think the mold is fantastic. I like Felix the Cat. I definitely can't pay $250 for it. And the only reason I wouldn't pick it up, but with that being said, like you guys can't see it because I got the blurred background, but I got my 18-inch Iron Man back there. If they're gonna do Felix the Cat and charge $250, I don't think I paid $250 for my 18-inch Iron Man. I like now it starts to be like, you know what I mean? Where's that line drawn? Why is this much? But I could get an 18-inch Iron Man. How much were they at the time? Were they $100? I can't remember what the retail was.
I think
they were
$100.
Yeah, I think they're $100. So that's where, you know, at 1,200 pieces though, so basically, it kind of is answering our question. Why are they charging what they're charging? It's because the piece count is so low. You know, if they could do, 5,000 of them or something like that, they probably could charge 100, but they maybe learned their lessons with those. So I think it's a big markup for what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? Like if we could have got that 18-inch Iron Man and his head is ginormous, there's probably a lot more material figured in that gigantic 18-inch Iron Man that I can see his eyes in the background over here. It starts to feel a little bit overpriced. Like they're just selling
they're definitely going after a different market because they have the really fancy boxes, they have the COA that comes with these. Like it's definitely more of they're trying to create a more premium collectible. And you would think that, I mean, really, if you think about it from Funko's perspective, there's no reason why 1,200 pieces of these shouldn't sell out at $250 with the consumer base that they have. But we don't know if they're selling out. Number one, I mean, we haven't seen them pop up anywhere else, which I think is good. So maybe they do have, I'm sure that, people that do get selected, I'm sure some people's cards don't run and such. So I'm sure no matter which drop they have, they're going to have a few left over regardless. But I just don't think they're working. And I think they're focusing on, they're sacrificing like, 85% of their market by not focusing on what people want, which is limited piece pops, and trying to appease, I think, like 2% of Funko collectors.
Yeah, well, like what I was saying, they're charging $250 for something that they probably could sell for $80. I think they're making
that too.
Yeah. I think they're making a lot of money is probably why they're doing it. I don't have an issue with it though. Do you think it's really detracting from like their overall, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's a big deal one way or the other. I don't think it's a big deal if they do these. I'm okay with them continuing. At some point, maybe they'll do something that I love. At $250 though, even if I really loved it, I would have a hard time. I would have a hard time pulling the trigger at $250. Like $175, I probably could. I probably would have got the the Voltron. I probably would have got the Voltron if it was like $175, something like that. But yeah, $250 is a tough pill.
Well, and that was another like inadvertent point of my video. And I think did Holly say it about the proto, I think a couple minutes ago. Like if you want one of these, there's just no sense of urgency. There's no need to get into the EQL. And like some people even commented on the video and they're like, oh, it's impossible to get one of these. I'm like, it's literally not. You can go to eBay or anybody that has one of these for sale right now and get them less than retail. So to me, as a customer, I think it gives Funko a bad look, because if you are putting out a product that is supposedly selling out and it has a barrier to entry with the EQL system, they're forcing some people to buy it and some people don't get the opportunity to buy it. So I think it's a bad look, and I think they should stop doing it because there's clearly not enough demand at that price point. Now, if they want to keep doing it, yeah, I think they should lower it to 200, 175, but companies normally don't do that after they set a price.
No, I think they're gonna, and I don't know. Listen, if they're selling out, I think that there's probably enough demand. Maybe there, 1,200 people. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's not. It doesn't bother me. I don't have an issue with them doing it. I like like I said, I think that this Felix looks super cool. It's not going to be something. What I don't get, who's spending $250 and then having buyer's remorse? Like, what are you buying it and trying to sell it for? I think
a lot of people, because they don't know if they're going to get selected, or I don't know, but I talked to a bunch of people.
So they just have the impulse to spend 200. Like,
yeah, last summer
I spent a lot of money, but I don't have that impulse.
I literally talked to a bunch of people who had, especially with the Freddy, because it was the first one. And
that I get though.
And they bought it and then they had buyer's remorse. So I think that's why that one has tanked so much, because so many people are like, I just want to get
so many non-collectors. Yes, I bet you people, because the first of anything is usually the most expensive, and that's always going to be the most flippable thing. But like at this point, and again, that Green Ranger, I bet you they could have done 2,000 pieces and it would have sold out, because I heard a lot of people not getting selected for that. So I think it's just like everything. It depends on the character. There's going to be demand. I don't have any issue with them, and I personally don't think it's a bad look whether they sell it or not. I think 1,200 pieces at $250, like if they're really selling those out, I think that's hard to do. And if they're selling those out, I mean, fantastic. I'm glad that people are finding something that they like. But I think there's many other things that I don't like, that this is not one of them. I guess I think that there's bigger problems than that.
Like the Diecast. I can't believe we're getting another Diecast.
That would be a perfect segue into it. I'm sure that they had that in development too, because I can't imagine.
A couple people sent me that post or like tagged us in the picture. I'm like, this has to be a joke.
Why, you're not getting Yoda?
It's not April Fool's yet. It's not April Fool's yet.
Yeah. I feel like there's some stuff that they probably had in the works that they're like, well, let's do this. Let's make this happen. They've made a lot of good moves and turning the corner on a lot of things. And yeah, you're gonna have this stuff every once in a while. It's
And happy almost 3 year anniversary to Pipsqueak Collectibles for being a channel member. Congrats. And yes, we need some more sodas, not Diecast. And I mean, if they want to take that metal and turn it into soda cans, I'd be all for it.
Like, yeah, definitely recycle time.
We're gonna probably see these.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they putting out items? Like, they're putting out items from lines that I feel like a majority of the customer base is not asking for, when there's clearly other things that we are asking for.
Yeah, so. John. So that's a good point. Like, if there was ever a meeting that they said, hey, we're going to do these Jumbotron's and we're going to get rid of sodas because of this, then like I am 100% with you. Like, why are we catering to a small market that, yes, you're making probably triple what you need to make, and I'm saying need to make because I understand it's a business. They're here to make money. They can make whatever they need to make on it. But, to cut out something that, man, I feel like a lot of people are still asking. And again, it could be because we live in a bubble of the Funko verse that are hardcore Funko
and the terrible
chase, the sodas.
The terrible chase to go with.
Yeah, that's the bummer. Okay,
yeah, well, it's always terrible.
There's two issues with these, and the problem is the common is so much better than the chase. I like the concept. I really do like the concept of these.
Yeah,
but the only reason that some of these actually have held and actually like gone up in value is because 9 out of 10 of these we get in collections are completely broken, because what people don't understand, and everybody in the chat, like if you have one of these, you know, if you're going to trade it or or sell it, like I know there's a lot of other people who sell it in here, right? Please, 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 you have to put the inside styrofoam on the figure. If you don't, it will rattle around and it will break. It just, it's not a question. It will break. And if you don't have the inner styrofoam, you have to wrap the figure in bubble wrap. Like you just have to. Like there's so many of these that we've brought in that we finally just got one that isn't broken. We got a really nice Mickey one, but and so it's the packaging, you know, the potential for the damage, and the fact that like the chase is not desirable. Now, I'm glad they didn't do it the other way around, because then I feel like less people would want it, because they'd be like, all right, whatever, I'm just going to get the silver one, and that sucks as the common. So, I mean, for these, they should really just not have a chase and just make them like $30 instead of $50.
I mean, listen, the only bonus is the silver one looks very close to the guy from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he looks pretty dead on, other than the guy from Spaceballs is gold.
I think also, you know, one of the things they actually probably didn't actually spend any additional money by making the chase. They probably saved money because all they did is not paint it. Like I feel like they didn't paint it and added the little chase thing on this thing. I don't like how they did that too. The little chase piece, and it's kind of on.
It should have been engraved on the.
It should have been on the window. It would have looked so much better. That would have been easy fix. They're doing all these fixes to put the stickers instead of on the window being actually the flocked or the glow or whatever on the box. They could have easily done that with an engraving. It really wouldn't have cost any more because it's the same engraving. I mean, it would just been like a different file to load for however many chases they have. Do we know how?
Imagine this was in the pipeline
or what?
There's no way they're going to keep these up.
I think that would be the only thing if these chases were like something like 1 in 100 or 1 in like,
I was about to say, if they brought back like the 1 in 36 or 1 in 72, that'd be crazy.
Something where they're super rare to get, then people might be like really, really excited for them. So
I think still the price point's still $50, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to lower it.
I think even if it was 100, I don't know.
Raise it 65? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I you know, we got. I think I still have one. I think I still have Boba Fett. I think that was the only one that I kept. And these never really.
Did you ever get Mickey? Did you get Mickey?
Oh no, I have Mickey. Right, okay. I've got that one too. I probably have 3 other ones that I'm not remembering right now. But yeah, I mean,
I have the Boba Fett. I like the Boba Fett common.
Captain America, the OG, the original one, without a chase. That was the first one.
So when we get these, when they're non-damaged, we typically, like, I've seen them consistently sell for, you know, in our auctions for anywhere from like $25 to $28, like somewhere in that ballpark. And I think that's what the retail should have been, you know, maybe $30 if there's a chance at chase. I just think 50 is too much. And if it's costing them so much in material to make this product that they have to charge the $50, it's just, once again, like, why are we still making these then when we could focus on maybe other products?
It's just really weird. And how, like, I don't feel like one has come out really recently, or maybe I just look over it because I'm like, I don't care.
No, that's why I was surprised about this one. I don't think we've got one in a while.
Black Panther maybe was the last one, and that was it felt.
So tip for you, get a Poppin Duo protector, put it inside the Poppin Duo protector, and it'll keep the bottom from falling out. If you want to keep it like from the bottom, so when you lift it up falling out, you can get a protector and put it in there. And that's what I did with my like Star Wars ones that I have out in the living room and stuff like that. So
I wasn't ever big on the diecast.
I mean, if they're gonna put this out, they should have put it out. If you're gonna like really throw people, like wait to May and put out for May the 4th or something like that. I don't know. Hopefully they put out something better than this for May the 4th. So.
Well, a Star Killer is supposed to come out at GameStop, so we have that to look forward to. But yeah, they come out with a cool shirt or something. Like, do something. I hope they have something up their sleeve for May the 4th. Oh, the diecast Grogu. That's actually probably what they'll come out with. They'll drop a diecast Grogu. Yeah. Sideways diecast box.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. I'm going to go back for a quick second.
We're jumping into Drop Arcade and stuff.
Well, let's first talk. We didn't get to talk really about this too much because we didn't get the we got the official launch, right? We talked about it last week.
We knew it was coming because of the leaks.
And the official stuff is out now. We see how many packs, which is a
how
good
many
number
packs were there? Because I cannot read that small.
It's like 17,000 premium and 15,000 standard.
Oh,
which is
so
really
not,
interesting.
That's
like backwards. It seems like to me, but not.
They didn't
crazy.
go crazy with them though.
No, they didn't go like 25,000 or something like that of each. Or
so this is a definite sellout, is what I would say.
I think so.
I would be super surprised if it's not.
I mean, you're looking at like the molds here. These molds are just some of the best molds we've seen in a little bit. So
18-inch diecast Grogu. That would be crazy.
So we definitely got some of the best molds here for these. Let's see. I'll change the. Let's see. Let's
Proto so cool
here. So yeah. So definitely some cool ones. Proto's cool, but I mean Aang, that
Aang
metallic Aang
crazy.
with the dragon helmet, like,
yeah,
and then they did a good job with, I think, all of these, and that's the thing. It's not like one is just like really terrible and no one will want. I think all these a lot of people will want. I don't actually. I think Proto, just because he's flocked, I think will be the big draw. It's the first flocked one. It's Appa as well too. But I still think, I think Aang is going to be up there as a legendary.
I'll be honest. I want that Aang.
He's a legendary, right?
Is it
so, number wise?
Yeah, I think it's a legendary, right? Because the middle guy on the bottom's a Grail.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I want that. I want that Aang. That looks super cool.
I think this is going to be a very popular drop. Definitely. I mean, we had our last one sell out really quick. Under 20 minutes for the Toy Story one, and so I think this one has a good chance of selling out as well in the first hour for sure. If not, maybe before, but could be wrong. But I think we have a good chance.
You know what's going to drive this one? I think because the last drop did so well, and that Aang, actually not necessarily the drop, because I don't even know if that one sold out or not. I don't remember now, but I know that the Grail from that line is the second most expensive NFT still.
Yeah. I mean, it bounces back and forth with Harry Potter. I think
that's why I think that last drop is going to actually push the packs on this even more, and people are going to go crazy to try to get the Grail on this one because of the potential of the flipping potential, like we've talked about before. So I think that this one is going to go crazy. Personally, like the Grail is cool. I want to get that Aang though. I think that is for sure my favorite out of this, and that's super. I don't know.
I don't think Proto's going to be crazy, but it might if the packs are crazy price. That's the only thing.
It'll probably drive everything up.
Yeah, the epics are really what kind of drives how it's going to sell. So it'll be really interesting with this one. So now we talked a little bit about this last week, so I won't kind of focus on it too much. But the next one was, of course, we have the Freddy that everyone's excited about here with 333 pieces only. We have our first drop arcade Freddy. I'm guessing more to come maybe in the future, or maybe a Proto or a Franny next time, or who knows. So
just make them super limited. I want to see.
So, I mean, 333 pieces. It's not. I don't think it's unreasonably limited, which is nice. It's not like only the first 24. That would drive some craziness on the market. Of 24 piece or 48 piece or something like that. That would.
I think in today's market, a 333 piece is essentially a 50 piece.
Yeah.
I
agree.
I mean, and then that means later on, definitely you'd probably see the value of this one go up. It's also going to be one of those ones like you're giving up a lot, and I don't think people can really get multiples unless you already had multiple accounts set up with a lot in it. So it's not going to be the one where like someone ends up with 10 of them. Probably that, most people, it's going to be one. and it's all going to be about who's willing to drop their price or not drop their price. So on these, definitely, I hope we don't see too many people give up their 101s cards. Definitely value wise, don't try to go buy one. You're talking about 500. I think the lowest one I saw a week or two ago was 450 for a 101 card. So 450, and then that's not even guaranteeing you still this. You'd still have to get other cards or have other stuff in there. So definitely don't think the 101 is going to put you just ahead. It will maybe put the people that are ahead further ahead if you want to get first, second, or third place. But
Josh, listen, because we're talking to a top 100 person on the thing here. What is your thoughts? I mean, what's your game plan for this? Because you have potential. Listen, I looked at my thing. I thought like I was killing the NFT game. I'm like 650. I thought I had a ton. I do not have a ton.
So if you're wondering, first, points are based off of what's available that has been already the tokens have been given. Right. Snapshot has been taken for that one. So like Toy Story is not part of this
eligible
mix right now. I don't think it will be too. I think it will be too late into the snapshot time to be maybe part of this. But anything else, everything you have is worth points. So the more points you get, of course, the farther you get on a leaderboard. If you turn in royalties, grails, things like that. Really, I think the big hitch to me are royalties and series coins, because series coins for the longest time were like 50 cents or lower. So if you had a bunch of series coins and royalties too, if you're one that went heavy into getting the Freddies or getting the royalty on each series, or it still has a good amount of points. You have to get 2 legendaries for every 1 royalty. Now, legendaries, I've seen them sell anywhere from $1 to $2. Grails, of course, $5 to plus. And these are after the redemptions have been done. But Mythics is going to be really low. I think there will be only 2 Mythic, 1 Mythic, or 2 Mythics. There's going to be the Mythic for the one that was the first one, the Battle Mech Freddy.
Battle Mech.
And then our Funko Ween one, Series 2, one that just came. So those are the only Mythics I think will be in the lineup. I don't know if the other one will make it. It just depends on when they put this out. So earn points, you turn in your stuff, they're worth something instead of just sitting kind of on the market and not doing anything. It's also a good time to sell. So if you want to sell, could be a good time to sell stuff as well too. Here is how, if you want to check, if you go over to Poppin Stock is a great site to check out data from drop and wax wallets and things like that. So Poppin Stock has different tools on the side. So if you go up to and see some of the different options, one of them is arcade points potentials. And I just did a little screenshot here. You see like the top 11. Of course, people like Poppin Craze, who opens a ton of packs. I think we've seen their videos and know them. They
mystery box.
A lot of packs, right? Yeah, and you guys did the mystery boxes recently with them. They open a lot, so they're up there. They're nice.
He turned in 81 grails for the Beetlejuice.
Yeah, the Beetlejuice
grails.
So I mean, he might have. I think he moved up actually, probably after the Beetlejuice.
Probably.
He opened so many packs.
That's awesome
with that line. So you see a lot of other people kind of mixed in there. Not like I don't know a lot of these names. Like I was trying to see, do I know these names? Do I not? It'll be curious about what people turn in. How many of these have 101s, and that's why they're like really high up there. All those kind of things. I think I'm 50 something last time I checked. 54.
Look at you moving up.
54th, I think. So, but like I said, if you're not collecting, it's a great time. If you want to send them to professor.dp, I'll take anything you got, commons, uncommons, whatever. I'll put them in there. But if you want to sell stuff, especially like if you have legendaries that you don't care about, or not stuff that's waiting to be redeemed, but stuff that has already been redeemed, series coins, things like that. But also you can keep them for next season, or maybe the season after that, or the season after that. Who knows? You can keep building up your points to later on. We don't know what's going to come next season. Maybe there'll be a 100-piece Freddy next season, and you want to be in the top 100. We don't know. how it's going to go. So kind of cool to see the data on that one. So it's just kind of, you can actually download all the data of all the users, everyone that has a drop account or anything in there. You can actually download the whole text file and you can search. So I was helping I saw you, Vince, you were like 600 and some.
Yeah, 600 and something. I think
you have a chance if people don't play in it.
I'll be honest, my take on this, like especially for the first round, and I personally might be all the way through, I'd rather hold the NFTs. I don't think I want to burn all my stuff.
Yeah.
Like I went back and picked up the whole Series 1 turtle set because I did not get any packs. I remember the first drop, the disappointment I felt that day. But I picked up the whole set, and like I like the cards for what they are. I like that I don't have to like I don't know. I don't know if I will get to a point where I burn them and churn them in. I might just keep mine.
I think also one of the things is like I don't need to be top 50 or top 100. I just want to be like top 250. Somewhere where I have a cushion that I know someone like maybe last day might not beat me out. A bunch of people, 60 other people beat me out or something like that to get it. And I lose out on all my stuff I turned in kind of thing. But you never know. How do you find your username on this? So you have to download. I could probably show it here.
Oh, yeah, you could download the Excel file. That's how I was trying to remember how I did it.
I think on this one. It's a huge text file. This one's every user, Vince, on this. And then Control F and type in your username, your drop ID. So Control F will let you find it. So if you go to this arcade points, you'll see a download button. If you download it, it'll show you everyone and you can search. And, unless you open a lot of packs, you have to open a pretty good amount of packs. I mean, I open a pretty good amount of packs and I get, I go after stuff because I open them throughout the time, especially if stuff's lower. Like today, I opened a Festival of Fun one. It was $28 to buy a pack. I bought, I think, 2 packs and I pulled a Grail out of one. So I was happy, but I could also pull all commons and uncommons and not be happy. You never know.
And I also think I saw Michael's comment about I think that these people that are in the top 10 are ripping packs, but I really think what they're almost investors, because if you think about it, like, especially like I'm looking at like Scooby-Doo Ultras now and think about the amount, like, I don't know how much they've redeemed. They control the market on this stuff. When you're only talking 2,000 pops and what's a great example? That Poppin Craze, like he's got 81 and I'm doing this from memory. So if I'm speaking out of turn, maybe go double check me because I never trust myself, but I believe I've seen 81 grails out of on the Beetlejuice. I think they did sell out. So there maybe was 800 redeemed, or let's say there was closer to the 1,000. He owns 10% of the grails. You're kind of able to control the market on what that pricing is going to be. Much like, listen, like I'm sorry, but like there's companies that have been around Funko forever that I know that they still have cases and cases of some of the older stuff, and they release stuff back, like those Planet Arlia Vegetas are one of those things that they get leaked back into the thing every once in a while.
Every couple come out.
You know what I'm saying? You're able to kind of control it. I think that the people that have done that are investing. They're either flipping stuff right away, making money that way
for 5 to 10 years,
or they're gonna just wait. And like I said, that Scooby-Doo is a great example. That was the first Ultra, I think. Scooby-Doo, I think they're selling for $15. You could have had as many as you wanted for $15. Now they sell pretty steadily, between 30 and 40, and I think that they're going to be more than that.
Yeah, I think that'll be 50, 60 early on.
Easily. Three, especially 3 to 5 years out from now. I have a hard time seeing that, being a loss. And I think that people see the potential. And just not to blab too much, but I'm looking up some of the other NFT stuff. Like we just sold our Blossom the other day, and I sold it for 50. I mean, there's legit. When I looked on eBay, there was only like 4 selling on eBay right now. Like there's nobody, they're not even up there. You can't even go buy them. And the last 4 to like 8 of them, I think sold between 50 and 60. Like I've seen sales, I think even above that. So some of this stuff, like, and I've kind of been preaching this over the last couple months now, the NFT thing is going to be that big for me the big collectible part of the Funko stuff. Much like John was talking about, you know, the Chans and that kind of thing, or pertaining to a certain market. I think for us true, you know, collectors that want to have those limited pieces, I think that we have to get involved in this. I think it's gonna, you know, what sucks is the people that don't want to have to play the gamble game, but you don't have to open packs to be able to play in this. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's for most people. You shouldn't buy packs. You should just go pick some of these up for under what retail is going to be when they come to the secondary market.
Like, I think the Grail is like the thing that throws you always overboard buying packs. Like the Grail is, I think it's just like anything else, right? It's like a top hit in a mystery box. It's like the same, but it's even harder because you could lose out. Now, I will say one of the things about ripping packs is Drop Arcade is making it a little bit better about ripping packs and not getting always something super, you know, high. You know, you might get a couple epics in it or something like that, and you're like, I didn't. But at least you're getting more things towards points, and these seem to be going up. If you look at past things, you look at past epics and past other things after they're over, like those are starting to creep up because some people are going in and buying a bunch at really prices.
Think about after this first round when all, like, whoever burned whatever they're going to burn. Now you go into the second round. Now there's less. It should drive the value. It should. This is not financial advice. It should drive the value of all the commons higher than where they're at right now. And because everybody's using the drop marketplace too, I feel like that should start pushing people more to wax again, because the wax, you can buy those for pennies where you have to spend 5 cents on drop, which I kind of wish they would figure something out with that. But I get it. I get kind of how that's
probably for them to like keep and move around, and it's going to cost fees somehow.
The transaction fees on a 1 penny thing is probably, you know, it's probably just not feasible to do it that way. But it'll be interesting. I think this throws a big wrinkle in it, and good on them to like figure a way to make this stuff, you know, have a little something added in there, because I think it makes it a little more fun. And, you know, if anything, it brings a little more awareness maybe to people that have not participated before. And again, you don't have to open packs to get these. If you see a fair price, you could pick something up without having to have the gamble part of it.
So there was something you said, Vince. I partially agree and I partially disagree. So as far as the gambling aspect, like I think that's fine. I think having, you know, a little spice to your life, and, you know, I think making collecting exciting is always a good thing. So I think there is a place for the NFTs, but I also don't think that you should just buy NFTs. Like if you're an Avatar fan, right, and you just saw these NFTs and maybe none of these characters appeal to you. Like I don't know anything about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like I'm a proto collector, so I'm drawn to that proto. I think it's an awesome pop. And I'll give you a perfect example. Love Star Wars. However, I didn't buy a single Star Wars NFT pack. I wouldn't touch one of those redeemables on the aftermarket. And I hope that it didn't really make a difference in the long run, because that still did pretty well as far as a drop goes. But I feel like we do need to keep, you know, showing Funko at least a little bit with our wallets and our intentions. Like I want to see more regular limited piece pops show up that don't have barriers to entry, that aren't behind NFTs, that aren't behind a Comic-Con wall. Like they need to just, I think, get in the habit or get back to their old ways of dropping stuff on their website.
John, listen, I 1,000% agree with you on that. Like, what part did you not agree with? Because I agree with you 100%.
I think just the way it came off. Like, I don't want people to think like, oh, if I like, you know, Dragon Ball and they do like a Dragon Ball NFT set and I'm not really into the redeemables, I don't want people to feel like they have to figure out how to play this game, because there's still a lot of people who don't want to figure out how to play this game, and that's okay. It can be a little bit of a headache. It's a little complicated, you know, there's steps to it. So
I will say, like, most of the time it's best to, like, if you just want the redemption coins don't seem to change that much. Or once it does that too as well, once it gets a token, or when they come first out, there's a bunch of people with them. And if someone has 8 of them, they're probably more willing to sell one at a lower price to get some money back while they can than they will a year from now too. You know, if they had 8 of them like right away and they're like, I need some money because I want to buy the next group of packs or whatever and use it. I think there's some of that as well. And it's not for everyone. I will say it's not for everyone. Don't feel like you have to buy what you can on the aftermarket if you want, like after they come out and they're delivered and you see them. Because I will say sometimes the molds surprise you too. You're like, the mold looks pretty good, like on the glam shot, and then you get it in hand and you're like, wow, this is really a good looking mold. Like they did a really good job with it. It looked better than what they did, and I think that's something to think about too. And it's just like any other collectible, right? It's still taking a chance on something that might be worth something later on if you're into that. That's what I like about, I think, NFTs to me. And I've seen values of
there's no doubt that there's value in these pops and that there's a potential to get something that is going to go up significantly over time. Like who just said it in the chat? I have to get used to this chat. Everything under the umbrella said we saw how many rewards points were used. Imagine how many NFTs are going to be burned. People who will hold on to their NFTs are going to find good size increase in their value, and that's true. You're going to see a huge bump in whatever they have. You know, that it's what they have and somebody else doesn't have means their value is just going to go up. Riley also said he did a quick rough math to get to the top 333. He'd have to spend between 600 and 800. He thinks he's just going to wait and try to get this Freddy on the aftermarket. I actually think that Freddy is probably going to be 500 plus. So it might be in that range there, just because you got to remember, like a 333 piece Freddy, like of the 333 pieces, right? Let's just say half of the people are going to keep it. Half the people are like, you know what? I like this. It fits into my collection. Cool. So now you're down to like 100 and I don't know, 60 something that might leak on or could be available on the secondary market. Those people are not going to let it go for cheap, at least for a while. No. And even in the long run, you factor in, and I'm going to try to get one too. So I'm right there in the same boat, but like you got to factor in a couple of them getting damaged in transit right from drop. You got to factor in the mail ruining some. It's like, there's a lot of factors that go into play. And I do see this pop holding significant value for a long time.
Yeah. I'd say, I think it will also because it's not something you just bought for $15 too. Out front. And I think that's one thing with drop. That might be one thing with Funko and drop. They can use some of these licenses that they might be able to not afford to do them as like low count pieces that often, but they can on this because they're making additional money.
Yeah, they're making the money on the packs to pay for those
and the aftermarket and all this. I will give it credit. They still have free shipping, which is crazy. You know, like they still do free shipping, whether it's 1 or 100 redeemables. Yeah. Like they ship for free, which is really awesome. They stepped up their game on shipping a ton. I know. And I think they also stepped up their customer support. I know I haven't heard any complaints about customer support from them.
I've got one complaint.
And you got yours though, right? Or coming?
Well,
okay,
there's the customer complaint on that. One thing I wanted to say though, real quick, you know, as far as like the NFT thing, because I do agree, like people shouldn't have to do that, but not that you do have to do it. You can always go to the secondary market. I do look at it very similarly to the way pop hunting used to be. Like there used to be people that would camp out at Hot Topic for a chase. I never wanted to go through that. I'd rather buy the pop on the aftermarket. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to go to Hot Topic and wait in line and like now the people that are getting in the NFT and learning a little bit, because it's gotten way easier. It's gotten a lot easier than it has. If you're willing to go through that little bit of energy to kind of figure that out, again, you don't have to play the gamble game too. You can get these just typically, not always, but typically they're going to be cheaper typically, because especially if you go back maybe a year or so, this wasn't the case. I just feel like it's becoming more and more the case, at least on the last several drops, maybe over the last 6 months or so. And some of that stuff is still not even hit the market. So you're going to find out, but I think it's worth getting into. Now, as far as drop goes, as far as their customer service goes, very great interaction. They saw our pictures for our damaged Mech Freddy. They gave me a label. They said, you have to have it sent back to us within this amount of time, or we void the label and you can't do it. So I rushed to get it back, and they received it, and then they told me that they don't have any replacements. So it was kind of weird that they were rushing me to give it back to them, or they were gonna. And listen, that whatever. I don't even care about. I get that they don't want to just have it sitting out there because they got to account for this stuff. I was kind of surprised that they didn't have any replacements for it, but it maybe like one part of me is like, I'd like to get it at this point because I've been waiting. But the other part of me is like, maybe they did only make what they should have made. Maybe they don't have, double the amount that they should have made, but still.
So the question is, what did they give you in compensation?
So far, they just said that they're going to get back with me. They're going
to probably, they, from what I've heard and I've seen before, is they almost give like market like value of what it was at a certain time. So it could actually be a benefit for you.
Well, if they did that, that would be fantastic. Because I'll be honest, I'm totally regretting not selling this now for $500 when I had the chance. Because I really wanted to get it. I wanted to be I wanted to unbox it. I was going to probably end up keeping it at least for a while. And not to have, I'm still picking up pieces of plastic from the insert. And I'm not even joking. Like literally, it shattered everywhere inside that box. So I don't know. I'm hoping for a good resolution. I've always had very good service with drop. And I'm not even saying that I get things happen. I'm very understanding when it comes to this stuff. Hopefully they can get it worked out and resolved sooner than later, because I'm still waiting to find out what the end result's going to be, because I still don't have a Freddy, and it's it's been a while. Yeah. And it was expensive. It was
we got you. We'll all support you there, Vince, if you need it out there.
I see a lot of people saying some good stuff in the chat about customer service. Sam says customer service has been great. Got 2 damaged boxes replaced in less than a month. Funko
I think they've been doing amazing.
They replaced his Black Knight from Scooby, but they left out the metallic sticker. That's a bummer. But
yeah,
I will say, okay, so I have this came in recently. Let me get it. It's like behind stuff. So this is how they sent it, a replacement box.
Yeah, look at that.
This is way better than Funko has ever sent a replacement box. Funko,
but that's good. That means they're treating it like a collectible, as they should.
Yeah,
so I'm going to open it here so we can see what it looks like. So I will say also, this one from Everything Under the Umbrella, one of the things I wanted to say about this is it'll be interesting. I wouldn't hold off to too close to the end, because I could see server issues. I could see how long, we still don't know how long it'll take for someone to open up and get something. Oh, look at this. Inside 2 pieces of cardboard.
Yeah.
Inside.
Kudos to that. Look, and like I said, I've got a slight issue, and I'm still going to get props because I think that is outstanding.
I have never received a box that nice.
No.
And anything Funko has ever replaced for me, I've never.
Hot topic. We're just throw that in a bag.
No, Funko has. I've gotten replacements for the Scooby-Doo, the underwater Scooby-Doo. Mine was crushed, and they sent me it. The box that came was worse than the box I had.
Yeah,
because they sent it in a bubble mailer.
That's why I stopped even reaching out, because they just always did that poorly.
I will say the only thing I'm waiting on is stickers. Stickers have not come. Metallic stickers have been the craziest. But Everything Under the Umbrella, I'm worried about, how long will it take you to process stuff, send stuff through? How are you going to sort and burn it and turn it in? There's a lot of things to think about with that, I think, timing wise. But it sounds like a lot of people had really good experiences with them. So I think they'll still send it. I've had stuff show up 3 months later from Funko. I don't think it's drop. I think it's going to be Funko that probably sends them in an envelope. And it'll just come in a regular envelope. Everything I've received from Funko. I just don't know why they didn't do the poo. there, John, that you did a video on a little while back, and they sent everyone a letter and gave them like a percentage off. Like, why didn't they do it? Everyone did not have the metallic sticker on.
I was gonna do a follow up with that as well. But I just was like, all right, I think I've beat this to death. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, the code that they gave me actually was only valid for 3 days, which I thought was
really
kind of messed up. Yeah. So that code,
this code is no longer good.
Yeah, it said when I went to plug it in, it was like this code expired. I don't know, November 1st,
6 months ago.
Whatever. Yeah.
Oh, get out of here! I didn't know that either.
But I will say, like, even just sending the sticker and getting it to everyone, like, not having to email them and claim it, and like, if you know everything's messed up, you already have everyone's address that has a mess up. You do an Excel file, you clean it up, you mail it.
Okay, like how they handled that wasn't great. I just didn't like how they didn't publicize it. Like, they didn't make any communication. Like, everybody was like kind of, we're all talking in the back of the, you know, in the backstage, like trying to figure out what's going on and everything. Like, they should have just came out. And I think, you know, communication is always the best way to go. And they could have said, hey, everybody be on the lookout for your replacement stickers. Like, this was limited to 5,000 pieces because they put this behind a $150 paywall. I mean,
at least email everyone that got it. Like, that would have been easy.
Yeah.
Like, everyone that got it, you know who ordered, you based upon that order, the people that got it, you send them an email. They really take someone just a few minutes to filter the emails and plug them in and send them out.
Like, it's okay, companies make mistakes, but there was a lot of confusion with that. And I think, you know, when you as the company just get in front of it, like, I'm sorry, like, make one of your press people or media people your scapegoat, you know, like,
they don't have any,
do it, right? Like, the whole world does it, right? With celebrities, they get their people to do it, their secretaries or whatever. Like, Funko should have got somebody on all forms of social media and been like, hey guys, like, this was a screw up. We completely, you know, we're very sorry, but like, the pops were not stickered with the piece count. It's just because because going back to the piece count pops, they don't have that many that come directly from the Funko shop. So it could have opened the door for something really cool. Like, I think they should actually do that once a month. I think they should find a Funko shop release.
I like that.
Make it limited to 5,000, 2,500, 1,000, like, and just say, hey, first 1,000 people that spend $250 or something on the Funko shop. And yes, a lot of people were complaining, like, you know, Funko was doing this to get rid of their stock. Yes, that was the whole point. They're a business. So if you bought, you know, $150 worth of stuff, you get the Winnie the Pooh. Like, come up with a cool pop, put a piece count on it, and make it a gift with purchase for the first 2,500 people that make a qualifying purchase.
John, I actually think that's a fantastic idea. The only thing that's like the drawback is people in general kind of, you know, they suck a little bit at times, because I think honestly what they did with the rewards points, guys, I think that was fantastic what they did with the rewards points. I mean, I'm going to just be honest. I bought 2 packs and I sold both of them. I wanted to open them, but I only got 2 packs and I wasn't really willing to take a risk. So I sold them both for $70 each. Like, my $15 of rewards turned into 70, and my other $15 of rewards turned into 70.
Yeah, but don't apologize for that. First off, don't apologize for that, because that's good financial strategy when it comes to collecting. Because now you 5 extra money.
Pop related.
No, you 5 extra money, which you can now roll over into something else that you want more.
Yeah, and but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that, and again, I think that they should do exactly what you just said. Make people go to the website. The fans that want to buy stuff will go buy it. The people that just want to buy it so they can flip the thing, make them take some of your old stock. Make them buy some of your old stock if that's the only way that they can get it. I think that's a fantastic idea. Once a month, make the Funko shop feel special once again, because it does not at all. I don't like that we can get everything from every manufacturer, from every, you know, whatever, because it just takes the hunt completely out of the game, and that is part of the fun.
And they could combine it, like, because they do this, it seems like they're doing sales, like, you know, on a every other month basis, kind of like maybe lessen the sale and make a cooler item. Like, you know, I would love if they like even gave us a soda or give us like a really cool Freddy. You know, they did it very briefly with the Torchbearer Freddy, and that was super quick. They didn't advertise it very well. It was only for like 4 days.
Yep.
You know, and it's just like, you know, do more stuff like that and you'll move more product. Because here's the thing, if it's something really cool, guess what, guys? You could spend like $150 on stuff, and if you sell that item, if like that item is desired enough to where you could sell it for like 50 or 60 bucks, well, guess what? You just got $150 worth of stuff for now $90. And even if it's not some stuff that you were in love with, I'm sure that you could use it as trade bait, like, you know, use it as gifts for family and friends. Like, there's just, when you can get stuff for cheaper than retail, like, it opens up a lot of doors and it makes collecting more fun.
Yeah, like right now I have like 5 or 6 things in my in the cart. Like, I don't feel like they're in risk of, you know, and I've said it before, and it's not even that I'm just waiting for a sale, because it's not necessarily that. It's like I want to get enough put together to get the free shipping and do that kind of thing. I mean, if I got like 5 or 6 things, so I could get that, no problem. But if they did that, if they made it where just drop it out of the blue, like on a random Wednesday, just say, hey, first 500 customers that spend X amount, we're doing this. Now you're driving like excitement. People are going to start checking the Funko shop again. They're going to start shopping a little bit, put some stuff in their cart, knowing that this could happen at some point. Those are going to be those little things, man. This is, John, that was such a good idea. I mean,
I can't, but I can't take credit. It's not an original idea. I mean, it's basically what Lego does every single month. Lego puts out a gift with purchase. They have a pretty cool gift with purchase right now.
I've done the same thing. That's usually when I go and buy stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I tell people all the time, like, companies now, you got to work to earn my money. Like for Lego, for example, there's got to be a gift with purchase. I get my VIP points. I get my Rakuten. I get my cash back on my credit card. I can literally take any Lego set and maximize the discounts and the promotional periods to where I'm getting it for 3/4 of its value. And that's how you do it. Like, that's how you get stuff for your collection without paying full price. And I really think that Funko needs to lean more into that. And now, because they've set the precedent for so many years now that they're just going to be putting stuff on sale, take it up a notch. Give us another reason to where, you know, you're sitting there, you're looking at your wife, you're looking at your spouse, you're sitting in your dorm room or whatever, and you're just like, yeah, I'm pulling the trigger. Like, it's too good to pass up.
Yeah. Maybe you don't want Mason's a great example. They come to fruition. So
Mason does it. Yeah, he finds great deals on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, he's built his channel on it. I mean, by all these great videos and shorts that he's done. I think I was just talking to him briefly today because he found the blue box Tusken Raider and the Darth Vader as well. You got a steal on that, and then you sell that, and then use the money to roll it into your collection or just roll it into your next hunt.
That's, and a lot of people are not willing to put the work in to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And if
you're not willing to put in the work, then you can't cry that everything is so expensive, because there are so many good deals out there for every single collectible company. There's no excuse.
That's the way to do it. Like going to a store, clearing out the shelves, and then going outside and like flipping them. That's a flipping situation.
Yeah.
I think when you go to find and go through the legwork of hunting for stuff, finding deals, doing that kind of thing, that's just part of that's what makes collecting fun. You're trying to upgrade your collection by doing whatever you got to do. You make a couple bucks here because you're going to spend it over here. I mean, like I said, I sold those packs that same day. I went out and bought the Woody NFT that we didn't pull in our Toy Story pack. So like legit, I traded that for my $15 coupon that I would have got on the Funko shop. I turned into a legendary that I'm going to have a pop of. So, I think it's exactly what you got to do. And I think that a lot of people were negative on that drop. I would love to see them do that in the future. It doesn't have to be every month with that, because I think it's something you build up.
Well, I want to see them do that with a couple licensed characters, and then watch everybody truly lose their minds. Because I feel like most people were just upset, but then they were like, the Freddy, Franny, and Proto aren't really my thing, so whatever. It's not a big loss. Like, I felt like people were just complaining to complain. It's like, oh man, I want to watch them do some Marvel NFTs behind that.
I'll be honest though, there was a lot more packs open than I ever expected for that thing. Like, a lot more, like maybe double the amount of packs I thought were going to get open for that. So, people, even though they hated it, sometimes I think whatever people hate, sometimes I feel like that's like part of the good thing for us as collectors. It kind of gives back to the good old days when we all used to complain that something sold out too fast. And you remember we would always,
everybody
get up in arms and want to sell their whole collection because of that. We're all looking for ways to get back to that. I mean, unfortunately, I am, because that's what brings that excitement back. I love the gamble of the NFT packs, but I also like just the drop day feel still. I like being able to get those packs and watch them sell out and do that kind of thing. So,
and I do want to agree with what Funko 401 said. He said the LE Fusion, Funko Fusion Pops they did at New York Comic Con was genius. Yeah, it was basically the same mold. They just made it a cool variant, super limited form. And it did very well. Yeah. They could do exactly that. You know, make some sort of really cool Spider-Man pop that you already have the mold of, but make it like a unique suit that they've never had before, and it glows in the dark or something, and boom.
Do a flat. I
think those were the first ones I really felt that actually people got better prices on right during the con than now we're talking about a couple months later, because those ones, a lot of them, I know I grabbed some, Vince grabbed a couple, like different things. I grabbed them. I think I got Megan for like 100 or less than 100, maybe it was like $85 with a pop armor, I think. And then I got a couple others that were like 110 maybe, or under that, and I was like, these are super low pieces. I don't think these people realize they just want to flip them because they bought them for $15 and they're trying to get, and people weren't going crazy for them at first.
Fun weekend, Josh.
So we were like, Vince and I were watching everyone, because you guys were at the con busy.
You guys were at the con. Me and Josh were talking back and forth, and we're both in the same streams, like bidding crap up and stuff. But seriously,
sometimes but the behind the scenes stuff like that is actually like more fun than the actual con.
I know. I had a good time trying to find deals. I mean, you look for those moments in the like when you're in a collectible hobby. That's what you're looking for. You're finding those moments where you can have these big wins on stuff, and that, you got to bring that fun back. And I think that, man, it wouldn't take a huge, I get that, again, I don't have a problem with biddies and chans and all this other stuff that they're making a ton of money with, but I think they can still placate us, collectors that are into the collectible side of it. I think it's fine that there's stuff and I do like that they are kind of giving us a little bit of everything for everyone. And I think it's just a couple tweaks, and they'll get back on track with really kind of making it, get fun again, bring a little bit of excitement to it is what I think, what I'm trying to say.
So no, I don't think they're far off from having. I don't think so either.
Nice... I feel like they've been doing some good stuff.
No, they have, and we're not far off from a really nice equilibrium where every different type of consumer in each budget bracket can find something to collect. I just feel like right now they're just missing the mark on the mid-level consumer where there's money to be made. I really do think that there's opportunity here, especially with, obviously, like you mentioned before, Vince, where you can get every single retailer exclusive pop on their website. They need to be moving stuff, and I'm sure they are, but why not make more? Make more money, move more stuff, ship out more orders. Why not?
So here's a hypothetical question I thought would be fun for us to talk about. I just thought of it as Funko 401 posted this. We haven't seen this yet. So we haven't seen this yet with any NFT mold. And how about if this Freddy, this is a great Freddy, next Fun Days, SDCC, something like that, became a blacklight 500 piece Freddy Funko as Krang. Would people be mad or not? Because we haven't seen that with NFT molds yet. We haven't seen any.
I think they should leave the NFTs exclusive. I think they should not touch those molds.
Okay. I mean, I think so too. But I wonder.
Wait, you were about to say the opposite, Vince?
Yeah,
I had a feeling. Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to say.
No, I mean, listen, would I mind? No, I'm trying to think on the spot right now. Would I mind that? Blacklight was probably the only thing you could have said, Josh, that I wouldn't have, if they would have done metallic or something like that, where it would have been better.
I mean, it's already metallic, so it's already pretty awesome.
Right. You can't, listen, it's not a good scenario, because if you did, the reason I'm saying blacklight, we had a blacklight
100-piece chrome one. 100-piece chrome.
See? No, I would be mad. But at the end of the day, like I said, we got a Blacklight Shredder, we got a Blacklight Bebop, we got a Blacklight Rocksteady. I wouldn't mind a Blacklight, but do we really want them screwing around with NFT molds? No, probably not.
No.
So you know what, John? I'm rescinding what I said, and I agree. I don't think that they should do it because I think it opens up a rabbit hole that we won't come back from, because they will do something that if they did something where it was a better version, I'd be upset. And again, I'm not saying that Blacklight's not better or better either way. I think it would fit in this scenario, but no. Do not touch anything with the NFT molds.
I think there's always a chance of having something similar. I mean, that's why I think a lot of the really unique molds do so well with Funko NFTs, especially characters they don't make anywhere else. I think that's where they do the best job with Funko NFTs. Like, they haven't made this character ever. I'm not too worried about with the Freddies. I think the Freddies are ones that you're not going to see. But you never know. This could be a good way to, like, hey, we need to cut back on cost for fun days or something like that. And they're like, instead of that box being all these different we have how many NFT drops from the past? All these Freddies.
Yeah, I think that would be you're going down a slippery slope. You're gonna. I think that would be a horrible idea.
Here's the thing: they don't. There's two quick things I want to say here. So, and it goes kind of what piggybacks on what Funko 401 said. Like, the NFTs, like they make so much money off of them, and people are paying all these money for packs. And there's a lot of people who are going to open up a pack and walk away with nothing. Like, they owe it to the NFT consumers to keep everything separate than regular releases, because they make those consumers and those collectors jump through extra hoops to get those get those redeemables. The other thing is, they better put on a bomb ass fun days, and there better be no words of cost cutting, or we had to cut corners, or we couldn't hire this person. Like, the amount of money that Funko is making right now, hand over fist, it's crazy. So their margins are doing just fine. And then, like I said, they better be catering to every single collector that gets to go to Fun Days in July.
I would love to see a Fun Days drop, kind of like they do the April Fools.
They should
drop. I'd love to see a Fun Days or a, and they might give everyone their redemption code, but also have some online or something like crazy, like something fun. I know they did codes at SDCC and stuff for people to redeem, like, just cards, single cards, and they could get rarities and one-of-ones and stuff like that. But they could definitely do it. But I think you guys are all correct, like, NFT collectors as being definitely a NFT collector would not be happy with that. I'm going to see what else I have. Oh, so we do have some drops that have come up. I'll kind of put this.
A good one, by the way. This is what I said they should have done the NFT. Yeah. I thought that this mold was good enough to be an NFT.
So I think this one is a great mold. It could have been NFT, but it's a good Funko Shop drop too.
Great. So this is a great one.
It's a great style to do this kind of thing, something very different.
Super creepy.
Super good job with it. I think
not just a bag lunch at Fun Days. It better be gourmet. It better be a nice buffet for everybody that gets to go.
Maybe we get 2 sandwiches,
fully cooked chicken,
PB&J, Uncrustables. I mean, they're a hit. They're easy. Just let them thaw. They're good to go.
Uncrustable.
I like Uncrustables. They're so good.
So do
I. But yeah, NFL is one of the biggest. Like, they buy so many Uncrustables for all their players. Like, huge buying of Uncrustables. Yeah, a lot of the players want them after like practice and stuff. Really cool mold. We saw this. We already talked about this. We'll skip that. We did see some Kim Possible molds. So
this was big. Yeah, we've been wanting to see Kim Possible pops for a long time. These are going to be really big.
I remember this show,
and they didn't overdo it. This was a really nice, like, really well balanced drop. You got your 3 main characters, an exclusive, and some pocket pops. Perfect.
Have you guys kind of noticed that? Don't you feel like they're not doing like the 8 and 9 pops for most things now?
No, they're pulling back. I think they know.
Like they have been.
I think they know, like, let's not oversaturate the market. Like, let's slowly release the couple of exclusives.
Can take it. Like, the retailers don't have place for for 9 new ones from one line.
And I also think it's like consumer mental health is actually becoming a thing now. So I was on another collector's live stream like a month ago, or I don't know, a month and a half ago, and they were talking about how a lot of people get out of collecting simply because they're just overwhelmed.
Yeah,
and it's not even that they get priced out; it's just they can't keep up with the drops. And they just get really frustrated that they're falling behind. And, you know, we all have lives and families and jobs and stuff. So, you know, you definitely don't want to oversaturate your own market and force collectors to leave because of, you know, their mental state. So,
next one. So these ones were a mix of stuff. So I'll kind of show these real quick. I'll make them big. These ones are a little harder. So yeah, they're a little mixed. There's Ghost Pop. There's
MLS.
You know, another look how big a quote that is. We just talked about these last week, so I don't think we should talk about them too long. But that's a bit much going quote wise there.
Honestly, the only thing I'm going to say is they would be fine if they didn't have the bubble like duplicated on the cardboard cutout, because that because that bubble is so big. Like, it's going to cut off like half of her face when you're looking at the pop head on.
I said the same thing the other day when we opened up our Universal Monsters. The Freddy, legit, because of the way he's placed in the box too, you can't even see him at all. Not even a little bit. Like, he's completely blocked by those. They got to do something. I don't think that they just show the pop, like cut that bubble off and cut, like when you have a big backdrop on a pop, they need to cut that out, because most people display in box. It's just the way that Funko is. They know that. They know that most people collect in box. When they put like these speech bubbles and like all this stuff right next to it, it kills the look. That is definitely one thing I like. If I'm going to nitpick, that is one thing I'll definitely nitpick on. I just don't like the way that, and again, it's been on a lot of the NFT pops because a lot of them are having the backdrops. They need to do something about that, because it does kill the look of the box.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I'm sure that one will be popular just because it's Mean Girls.
Oh, so I don't think we got to talk about this because it just came up this week, right? The sale. We have another try your luck with Loungefly and Funko.
I always like these. I'm such a gambler.
You guys get any? Anyone get any yet?
I haven't
yet. Not yet.
Anyone in the chat get any of these yet? I'm curious because I did get some. I got a couple Loungefly, a couple pops, and then I got some more mystery sodas. I was like, what the heck? Maybe I can luck out and get a social media Freddy or something like that. But I need free shipping. I think you have to add something to your cart before you can add these. So you can't add these till you add something else to your cart, it seems like, and then you can change the number on these and everything like that. But
probably add a couple of these. I got, like I said, I had stuff in the cart.
Yeah. I mean, they're fun.
We did well with was it the Christmas time they did this? I don't know. We did well with I don't remember how many we bought. I don't know. We got it.
Some people pull some great
stuff. We got a couple pops. Yeah, we did a Loungefly one, and I think Joanna got a wallet. She was pretty happy.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a wallet, you can get a bag. So Loungefly is $10, and it says up to $120, which I'm guessing it's maybe a Loungefly with a pop. I don't know what other Loungefly is $120 right now. Yeah. The Loungefly with the pops, which I wouldn't be surprised because there are a couple that didn't sell out, so it could be a good thing to throw in. And then the other one,
Dave, I think it just started. It's still going on.
Yeah, it just started. I think yesterday.
You have to add something into your cart. So this is the Funko shop. You just add it into your cart, and then you're able to add the Loungefly or Funko Pop Funko item. Could be a mystery mini, could be a soda, could be a Funko Pop, could be I don't know if they'll do a t-shirt or something. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? You never know what they'll throw in there. Some people have gotten some cool stuff though in the past too. I've seen all different stuff. So I think last time someone got one of the, who knows, you might get one of the new Diecast there as well too, or something like that. You might get a jumbo. Did anyone get like a jumbo John or anything like that?
Wouldn't that be something?
I wouldn't doubt it because they've done where they've done it on for Funko reward points. So hey, you never know. I think it's up to $100 value. So they could even throw, a Freddy from a con or something in there. You never know what'll pop up. But so if you haven't checked that out, it's available now. Get your free shipping.
Yeah.
$65 and get a couple things. Have some fun if you want.
Use your Rakuten too. Don't miss out on a couple bucks.
So I saw Pop Shield had some news, which is good news for collectors in places with lots of sun. If you have a really sunny room or anything like that, some UV resistant protectors. No official one is UV proof. I can tell you that, never UV proof. But these are only on their Pop Armors, correct? Their Pop Armor line. Is it everything or their Pop Armor line only?
I don't know. I didn't even see this.
I saw they announced it and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was always surprised they didn't already have it. And I don't know if there was some kind of issue with clarity in that. Along with this, though, does come a change.
This was the part that I saw.
Too. So a little both came into the market. So now UV resistant Pop Armors. So it's only Pop Armors. And but now... And I wonder if anyone orders now, are they getting all new ones in? So if you order now, you are going to get one with the UV resistant, I would hope. But 10%, right? 10% up on all prices.
Thought that's what they said.
Pop Shield
across the board, right?
Yeah. Honestly, it's not that. I mean, 10% isn't. It sucks, but it's not the worst.
No, I mean, listen. I feel like they've been. And really, they're not. It's still not. I thought it was a pretty good value before. $29, $15 each for, and there was ship pricing, right?
If you
spend it is
$60 right? Or something, it's free. I think you get free shipping after $60 or more. So that's even better.
I could be thinking about the rewards point thing, and maybe that's where I'm coming up with the numbers I'm coming up with. But yeah, 10%. So they're roughly are they $32? Is that what they're going up to?
Something like that.
I haven't looked at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if they have moved, but yeah, it's coming soon. So right now they're 15 for a Pop Armor, and this includes also their regular protectors as well. But Pop Armor right now for a single one is 15. So I'm guessing it'll just go up $1.50 more. 2 is 28, so sounds about right. If you buy the sealed case, it's $255. So,
I mean, really, for what it is, it's still pretty affordable. If you go to the vaulted ones, or there's a couple other ones on the market, they're substantially more expensive because of the buying power that $7 a pop has. They're always going to be the cheapest, and I don't think it's a ridiculous increase. So, I'm sure it's justified, and I don't have a huge issue with it because what are you going to do? Things go up over time. I mean,
what I do think is ridiculous though is going to some of these cons and toy shows and flea markets, the markup for Pop Armors that these other companies and individuals do. Like if you're going to a con and you think you might buy a pop, just bring your own armor, because I cringe. I've stood in line. And I've been near people that literally will fork over an extra $30. Yeah, $25-$30 for a Pop Armor, just simply because they don't know that you can buy them directly from $7 a pop, or they're just in the moment, they're just oh, I want my $300 signed pop protected on my way home, which is very valid. But I think just best case scenario, we always just keep a few protectors and armors in the car. You just never know.
Yeah, I think it's always good. I mean, I don't think you need armors at a con directly too. I think that's one of the things. You could easily have a pop protector and you're pretty good. I think one of the things is I did see the place that sells for pictures and autographs and all that. They have the sleeves, the plastic sleeves. They actually had Pop Armors there too this time.
Oh, nice.
And I don't think they were crazy price. They might have been the 15, 18, which isn't bad because they're buying them in bulk. I'm sure they're getting a reseller price of maybe $8 to $10. I'm sure if they buy them in a big enough bulk, $10 each or something. So if they're making $5 to $8 off of them. But yeah, some of the others, I've seen some crazy. And I will say this too, as like sellers and stuff like that, as all three of us sell our Funko Pops and the things, we pretty much, I don't rarely send out something without a protector. It might be, and usually it's always some kind of protector, whether it's a Poppin Duo protector or $7 a pop protector. I will not buy the Ecotech 0.35 whatever one. I feel like you get more actually damaged sometimes when they get damaged than those. But it costs money. People have to realize it costs.
We use the 0.45 Ecotech protectors.
Yeah,
and, I mean,
I think they have the cheaper one though, right? Like
they have.
We don't get the super cheap ones.
The 0.45 is not bad. There's actually much thinner than that. That literally, you might as well not put anything on them. Those we get
we buy the 0.5, the 0.45 bulk protectors. I think we buy them like 2,000-3,000 at a time. Literally comes out to like 6 or 7 cents. If that,
that's what I try to do when like someone has a sale, like $7 a pop has a sale going on. That's when I like buy 1,000 protectors or something and just put them away. Cause I'm like, I'll go through them eventually. But yeah, like you have to remember, like these are all like eventually sellers too. Like as people add pop armors to your whatever they're shipping you, a pop stack, whatever like that. So all those prices.
Well, we got a new round of protectors actually on our way to us because we're down to our last box, and
nice.
I'm happy.
I heard
we're not raising the pricing.
I went in your auction for like 5 minutes. I heard Bree yelling at you because you were, I guess, selling. You guys were getting down to the bottom of the barrel.
Listen, they're on the ship on the way over right now, but usually it takes about 30 days to get in here. We have to order about 90 days in advance. So I timed it pretty good. Well, we are on our last box, so if you need them and you don't want to be without, not to put a whatever out there, but and our supplier's pretty fair. We didn't have to raise prices, so.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Lots of Disney. We got tons of Disney here, so we got a lot of different Disney stuff.
Oh, speaking of Disney, can we talk about the Stitch trailer really quick? Because I was not on board with live action Stitch until I saw the trailer. And it's like bringing back all the homey vibes of childhood. So now I'm like, I told Joanna tonight, I was like, I really want to see this movie. This looks amazing.
I didn't see the trailer, but I saw the ad on the Super Bowl when he was running around the field. I thought he looked great. I
wasn't sold on him like by himself, but I think they changed him.
Did they change him a little bit?
Because when they did the teaser last year and when they did the teaser in the Super Bowl, I felt like it looked very different. It didn't look as like, I don't know how to describe it, like puppety. I don't know, like if that makes sense. Like I don't know. He looks more in the official trailer they released yesterday or today, whenever it was. He looks like he's more like lifelike, like he is part of real life, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
So these are interesting. I find this interesting. So we're seeing a variety of stickers still. But we're seeing another QR code sticker here with Bobby. But we see other ones that aren't the QR code, like the Amazon one we just saw with Kim Possible, and then like some other. So I'm wondering, like, who's deciding what ones get this new QR code sticker and what ones don't?
Josh, I bet you we're at like the tail end of stuff that maybe not the very tail end because there still might be like a stagger, but maybe that stuff was already like, you know what I mean, before they actually made the switch to. We might just be
curious, like if Amazon will say we still want our sticker. Amazon will be like, we still need to keep our Amazon.
We're in a transition.
Yeah.
And you got to remember too, like these pops coming out now, we're probably putting in production like a year ago or like 8 months ago.
Yeah, and some of them could have been even longer. Like when we saw that Amazon exclusive sticker. Maybe that was put, into whatever 18 months ago. You know what I mean? Way before they announced the stickers. So that would be my guess. Because are they going to pick and choose, or is one company going to just keep their, like you just said? Because Amazon's a little bit of a different kind of. Oh, it's not really. I guess. Yeah. Are they all switching, or I'd be curious to see.
So any
selection process for that?
Any most excited for out of these, like.
I remember seeing the Goofy movie as a kid, and it's funny because I haven't seen that Bobby character in forever. But Joanna might want the Pocahontas with the little raccoon, but I think they already made a Pocahontas with her little animals and stuff.
Yeah, they got her with the raccoon, I think.
So we'll probably pass on most of these.
Or with Flat, the little.
Yeah, the little hummingbird. Or
yeah, it might have been the hummingbird. I never seen Goofy movie either, which I can't believe that I can even say that, but I've never seen it either. But
I can't remember seeing it. I don't know if I did. I really.
He was like astonished when I told her I'd never seen it, but I don't remember ever seeing it.
It's probably way back.
Black Cauldron pops do look awesome, so I will say that is one that looks really awesome. So they did a really good job with those molds.
I like all these molds. Probably, I mean, yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting any because I haven't even seen the Goofy movie, and I don't think I've seen Black Cauldron. I've definitely seen Pocahontas, but I think we are Pocahontas out.
Pocahontas, you got it.
I think we got our Pocahontas fix already.
We got more. I love the bigger one, even though it's a bigger one. Later, we'll have to just put it.
These are going to be very popular, especially since the 3-pack is still very expensive.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be awesome. The 2-pack in the fishbowl, though, that's such a great fun idea how they did that one. I mean, that's what I love. It's like fun, different. You haven't seen it before. Really good stuff. So I'm happy about those. I'm sure a lot of people, especially with the 2-pack and then the other pack, right? Aren't we getting?
Yeah, the anti fairies or whatever.
Yeah,
that actually looks pretty good for WonderCon as well.
Oh, it's the anniversary of the Goofy movie too.
Got 30 years. Oof.
30 years. Maybe that's why. I'm trying to. That's probably why.
All right. Okay. Let's take this now for 10 seconds. Thank you, Tommy, for bringing this up. Funko, if we are celebrating or at least recognizing the 30th anniversary of the Goofy movie, can we do a little 20th anniversary of episode 3, Revenge of the Sith here, 2025 for May 4th? Just saying. Let's if we're gonna pay attention to these obscure Disney,
you think that they would. They like to make money, I think.
Are they doing anything for Star Wars Celebration though for it too? Don't forget Star Wars Celebration Japan.
With our luck, they will probably celebrate the 10 years of Force Awakens.
Yeah,
completely forget about
Ray Pops.
the 20 years of episode 3 because it's just how it goes.
I was just thinking, we haven't had a Ray and Finn pop in a while. Maybe one more BB-8.
We just got a Ray and Kylo literally for TargetCon.
Son of a gun, you're right.
And it was rough.
You're right.
There you go. You're talking about Stitch.
These look great, and I like to see that we're getting a character besides Stitch and Angel, which is awesome. So that Leroy, we need it for sure.
They did a really good job with these, and so these all have the other like special edition, specialty series. Which one is this? Like special something sticker? Like I like this sticker though. I actually like how it looks.
It's especially really series, right?
Yeah, this one. Let's see if I can. Let's make it bigger. There we go.
Yeah, especially series. I do like this sticker.
So this pretty much like anything, like Entertainment Earth will have it, comic book shops will have it, Funko Shop will have it, like any kind of retailer could probably purchase
it. Has such a huge opportunity on their hands. Like they could literally make all the experiments. Like there's just a gold mine that they haven't dipped into. Maybe Leroy is the start, but there's just a huge gold mine of characters for Lilo and Stitch. And now would be the year too, with the live action movie coming. Apparently, if the live action movie does good, they're going to greenlit a sequel. So they must be like closing out the live action movie with some sort of opportunity for a sequel. So Funko could literally, I mean, they already make buckets of money on Stitch, but they could make even more money with Lilo and Stitch. So,
and then I think we haven't seen a little bit of Star Trek.
This, I don't think there's buckets of money to be made.
No, there's not. Is there?
You know what's funny though? Like
It's
it's such a big franchise, and these are glitter. Like this is the first Star Trek glitter pops, I think, at all.
This was the next generation, right?
Well, this is a mix because you
got James,
you got Kirk, you got Riker, and you got Picard in here. So you got a little bit of mix. It just says Star Trek up top.
Yeah, you're right. What is James Kirk doing with Jean-Luc over here?
And the sticker says glitter. Is that what it says?
Glitter. I think it says glitter. Yeah,
because I mean, it'd be kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool if they said like a translucent or something. I
think it's all glittery inside because when you're like teleporting, over, it's all.
No, I know, but like they should have given it like its own unique variant or something. I don't know, like teleporting or something.
Teleporting.
Yeah.
So fun ones. I wonder how these will do. Star Trek.
I mean, probably not well because I'll be honest, like the 2012 pops are almost, I think, at retail at this point. So
I don't think there's some good ones out there. I think who completed it recently? Anthony. I think he completed his set of not the next generation, but the original, I believe. But I think some of them have some decent value, but not the value you think they would have for.
I think it was last year we got in a few Star Trek pops before May, before we did our big Star Wars auction, and Joanna just wanted to like cross out Trek and just like Sharpie Star Wars on it.
Just put them in.
Notice.
Really throw people for a loop.
She's like, this is the only way we're gonna sell these. But I know there are some people who really like the Star Trek pops.
Oh yeah,
so
I'm huge.
Those are unique.
Show. And
I mean, they continue making series, so it's not like it's ended too. It's like they continue building more and more on top of that. So and they've made more movies than Star Wars as well too. Yeah. So it's
the
crazy.
Movies were all good too. I like the movies.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat. So let's we got more of these. I feel like we keep getting these.
Yeah, I do. I definitely feel that way as well.
I think they're common, regular ones, unique molds, nice molds.
Yeah,
looks like nothing crazy. All right, has anyone watched this?
Absolutely not. And I kind of want the Mr. Peanut though.
So the Mr. Peanut creepy Mr. Peanut.
I think I'm gonna buy it.
The electric state.
I saw the trailer for it inadvertently on a YouTube ad today.
Is it already out on Netflix? I'm surprised it hasn't come up.
I think it's coming out soon.
Okay, I watched a decent amount of like documentaries and other stuff on Netflix and weird things. So I'm surprised I haven't seen this yet. But I saw this and I was like, what is this? What is this robot peanut dude doing, Mr. Peanut robot? What is the electric state?
Did you find out? Because I kind of need to
know. No, I'm not. That's why I'm asking. I wanted that someone
gonna leave us hanging
from something, or is it from something that's brand new that
it's a show? Well, I just told you it's a show coming out.
It's a show.
Yeah.
But is it from like anything before that, or is this the first time?
I don't know because we haven't watched the show.
I mean, I want to find out what happened to Mr. Peanut's legs. Why does he need the robotic legs?
He got into a duel with Qui-Gon Jinn. He fell down, pretty far, and met up with some Night Sisters, and they gave him robotic legs.
A young woman and a silent robot silently make their way across the United States, littered with beached warships and drones. In this alternate history, machines got on a fast track to sentencing during the 20th century and waged war against humanity. So it's pretty much robots took over. It's like Terminator with Mr. Peanut.
It's what's going to happen if we keep giving into AI.
I was just going to say, so this is not.
So it premieres tomorrow, everyone. Premieres first. Perfect timing.
I feel like I need to watch it.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, it's Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt. It looks like the villain is Giancarlo.
Oh, this is. I seen them promoting something. I didn't realize this is what they were promoting.
There's a lot of people, big people. Anthony Mackie's in it.
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of big people in this. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, well,
spoilers, yeah, man. I know spoilers.
I'm gonna watch.
Based upon a book.
It's actually based on a true story.
A true story, and from the future, they came back to tell it.
Yeah,
makes it more intriguing.
Mr. Peanut, robotic Mr. Peanut. I'm curious about robotic Mr. Peanut, though. That's my. All right.
I like Evelyn. Pass. I love that.
All right. So we didn't talk about this last week, but I guess at Toy Fair, I think they were talking about this, or maybe it hinted. The Funko Racers are going to be back with Sonic and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I didn't see this. What are these? Like Funko Hot Wheels?
They're like, yeah, Funko Hot Wheels. I guess they made them for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Now, do they have actual like rollable wheels or no?
I believe so. I believe these are like.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, because the biddies do not.
The biddies and the rides.
I think they were like little racers, so I hope so. I hope they have rope.
I don't think that don't have wheels at work would be a real bummer.
No, I don't think they do, because I don't think they have the license to do that, or the patent, or however it is, because with a toy, I've been going down these rabbit holes and like learning more about like license agreements and contracts between companies on what they're able to make and what they're not able to make. And the companies that do have the license and the ability to make vehicles with wheels that spin is actually like very few. So if they are able to spin,
so go get one, John. We need to go get one and test it out.
I'll see it. Yeah, I'll see it at Five Below. Cool. It might just be like a stoic Hot Wheel. That's what I'm guessing. But if the wheels spin,
maybe because they're not actually cars, it's like a ship, so it's okay because it's not a car. It's a boat.
Well, that would just be a game changer, because then if they were able to do it with Pops, if they were able to do it with biddies, I mean, that would
one-piece ships with wheels on them, so you can roll them around. I don't know.
Yeah. But they're only doing this with Sonic and Turtles.
Sonic and Turtles. I mean, they're coming at least. That's what it said.
Oh, they do roll. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
There you go, John.
Good to know, Sam. Well, make the biddies roll. I just want to slide it on my desk back and forth.
Thunderbolt pops. Nothing crazy, amazing. I mean,
was that all we had for the Funko Racers? I was kind of excited, and then
I think that's all. I mean, that's all so far. We just have details more are coming, other lines, but.
So this was interesting, and I'm like super confused on as far as like copyright strikes go and everything, because Screen Rant and comicbook.com revealed they were making a big deal about Sentry and how apparently Disney was not happy that Funko had this image get leaked prior to the movie again. And apparently some people's Instagrams and Twitters were being copyright striked. So I don't know.
Didn't they have Sentry in the trailer?
They did, but you don't see him head on. Like you see like the back.
Yeah,
they didn't
from the side back
type. Yeah, but after the whole, what was the incident we had? We had the Wicked problem last year, and then there was a couple issues we had last year with people getting copyrighted strike. Like, I don't like, why is Funko still allowing this to happen? But regardless, like, we know Sentry's going to be in the movie. Yeah. I think these pops look fine. They're kind of boring-ish.
Yeah,
but I'm really excited for the movie.
I think the movie, I think it's going to be fun. But yeah, the pops are they'll be exclusives.
I'll probably get the Bucky, but that's probably it. And Sentry.
I guess Fanatics doing a Friday exclusive.
Oh, that's what it was, Holly. Yeah, the Agatha All Along debacle. That's right.
Oh yeah, with
so we're looking at what one is coming tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not a big WWE person, but
that's fine because there's plenty of other people who are. So
I know
this will get eaten up like crazy. So,
but I like that Fanatics is still rolling out some exclusive, and they're doing one each Friday coming up. So that's kind of nice. They're doing stuff like that. So in March, I think every Friday. So
yeah, their exclusives can go quick too.
Yeah. And I think That's it. That's it for those.
Great.
All right.
Look at that. It was almost like we timed it that way.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Perfect.
And look, I'm in the lead box over here now too.
We did our annual or weekly dry run of PFO earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, we finished 30 seconds early, so we did amazing actually, I think.
So yeah, we got I think everything together there. Just a lot of regular kind of drops, some cool stuff to talk about. I think we will have WonderCon coming up, so maybe we'll see some cool stuff with that coming up. Maybe some other preview stuff, and then we'll have
got the drop next week. We'll see how.
Will they have another? Will they announce another NFT drop after that drop for 2 weeks later too?
Probably.
Like it's been kind of quieter rollout lately, so
yeah.
I don't know.
That might be calculated on their part because I don't think announcing two at the same time is a good idea.
So if they roll out one. If they don't announce it till next Friday, though, it would be April. And April is usually the April Fool's drop is going to happen probably on the 1st. So either we'll get something tomorrow or they'll just hold out to April Fool's. I don't know.
Yeah.
If they're doing the April
Fool's
question. Stuff, they're doing the same thing. So it'd be interesting. Yeah, but I think that's it for tonight. So if you guys want to share what's going on, maybe Vince up there on the top. I know.
It's so weird though. I feel like I should be saying, Josh, what do you have going on? I could go. That's fine. Because I don't have a clue what we have going on, believe it or not. I know it's shocking to everybody. No, we don't. We've not filmed anything, so I can't like tease any of that stuff coming up. So I don't have that for you. We are going to most likely do a soda show next Tuesday. If anybody wants to join us, we're just doing some common sodas. Really, other than that, I don't really have a lot going on right now. Me and Lucas started a channel that we're going to be opening up cards. If you guys are interested, check out our video today. There's a link in there if you guys want to check that out. We've actually had
what's the channel?
What was that?
What was it? It's a new channel. What's it called?
Yeah, it's going to be a new channel. We're called Silverback Sports Cards. Go check. Wait till you see our logo. Our logo is super cool. I'll be honest with you though, and it's the same way that me and Gabby did it. Like it was a hobby that we could do together. We spent extra time. Like Luca's 16 now. Like he's driving. I don't see him as much, but this is something like we went on his soccer tournament a couple weeks ago. Went to a couple card stores. It actually was like we had a ball with it. And when he was like, I'm like, would you? Because I just straight out asked him, I go, would you want? Because I just assumed he would not want to do anything with me anymore with that kind of stuff. He was kind of all in on it. So I will ride this as long as he wants to do it. So I'm not expecting like big things from this, but we got a couple videos already shot, which we had a really fun time doing. So it's something that we're looking forward to. We'll see how it goes. And I don't know how, kids, things change. I mean, even with Gabby, like things change as they get older, but I'm going to cherish every minute that I have that I'm able to do another hobby with the other child now. So we're kind of looking forward to that. So
here we go. Ready? I'm going to post the link.
Yes, that has started. So you want to go start subscribing to the amazing thing? Go look at our logo. I really like the way.
Is it the gorilla? I just subscribed.
It's a big silverback.
Silverback gorilla.
Really cool.
It is
subscriber
cool.
number 23 is there.
Okay, I was 21.
You got 23 people, right?
23.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm actually very surprised by that because I think we had 0 as of today. But you guys will see videos on that. We're going to start putting those out probably just once a week. It's just really something more fun for us to do.
It says you don't have any content though.
We don't have any content.
Okay.
We got a logo. We don't have content. We've got content filmed though. We've actually got more content filmed for that than I do for the pops right now, just because me and Bree have not had any time. But
yeah,
our first video, I'm hoping that we'll have it up next week. We already got like 3 or 4 shot. I just haven't had 0 time to edit anything. So that's our thing. We got that fun little thing going on. So you guys check that out if you want to check that out. And one thing I wanted to say, because Michael was in here all night, and I don't think he sold out of his mystery boxes yet. He put a very cool box together, Disney. We had to get 3 of them. So If you guys want to pick up mystery boxes, I know I think that he still has some left. So Funko411.com, I believe or is it the Funko? It might be like us. I can't remember if it's the or. Okay, there we go. It is the. So go check out Michael's box. He did not ask us to promote or anything like that, but he always puts out good boxes.
I grabbed a couple.
Say something about that.
There's some great.
Yeah, we got a couple too. The boxes run actually.
They are always great. I think 1 out of 3 boxes are $100 or 150 or something. 150 or something. So I think.
I mean, Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, you can't go wrong.
No, it's a no-brainer. It's one of really all of his boxes. They are definitely some of the best. And I'm not just saying that because I like Michael. They do always a really good job with the boxes.
We might get 2 more, honestly.
Look at that. 25 subscribers.
Wow. You get in there.
You deserve it. You deserve
28, Vince. I just checked. 28.
I feel like we could get to 100 by next year. I really do believe that.
2026. Let's go. Dribble digits.
Listen, for some of the OG people that have, it's going to be fun because Luca is literally my size now. Well, not my size, my height. I shouldn't say my size. I'm definitely double his size. But I think it's going to be fun. I really do. I like putting this stuff on film that we're able to kind of look back maybe 5-10 years from now. Because I've looked at the stuff that we did with Gabby back in the day. And I don't know. There's something to it. I don't care if anything, I didn't care if anything turned into this. I didn't expect this. And I don't expect anything from that. But I think we'll have a good time. So appreciate you guys.
And that's what it's about. Having a good time.
That's it.
All right, John. Are you starting a 3rd channel?
No, absolutely not.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
No, 2 is already.
He did put a new video out on Slapshot Brick, so
yeah.
I did. I put one out yesterday. There seemed to be some confusion on you just managing the 2 channels. So I'm trying my best. If you guys have questions, I'm
waiting for John to upload the wrong video to the wrong channel.
I'm trying to keep everything straight, but everything regarding the garage is on Slapshot Bricks because that's where we're going to be doing the Lego stuff. So yeah, I did upload a video there yesterday. I want to say thank you to everybody who helped us get to our roof goal. It was kind of funny because we just realized it's going to rain this weekend. So we just hustled our asses off and we raised all this amazing money. And the money we already wrote the check for the the supplies and everything for the materials for the roof. So, but it looks like the roof will get pushed a few days until we wait out this big thunderstorm that's supposed to roll through. So, but once again, I think we still have a few orders that we have to pack from the website, but thank you guys so much. It was just truly incredible that we were able to pull this off and not have to delay everything. So just once again, thank you guys so much. I did have the Jumbo Chan video out today, and then Joanna and I are actually going to get back into doing some more battles and trying to get into a regular rhythm with with our video schedule. It's been kind of jacked up just because we've had so much stuff going on. But just overall, thank you guys so much for all the support. Look at that, 38 subs already, man. That's awesome.
Seriously, it actually feels weird.
We're a couple away from already talking about your first giveaway.
I know, man. We're gonna have to start giving stuff away already. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I guess my turn. Let's see. Tomorrow, so we put out a video yesterday. If you didn't check it out, some fun mystery boxes, a box battle Shannon and I did. Tomorrow we put out a new Chomp Abominable Toys box, both unboxing and a mystery box from Abominable Toys, a double value mystery box. So $200 worth of Abominable Toys goodies we're gonna unbox, and then a really awesome exclusive that glows. That's amazing. So definitely a good one to check out. And Shannon and I have fun unboxing all these chomps. So if you like that or want to see something different, a little different than Funko, that it's not, but it's still unboxing and still mystery boxes and fun stuff, check that out tomorrow. We also have, of course, some regular Funko Pop mystery boxes coming out. We have Pop King Paul. We have some Boom Loot. What else is coming in? Some other got some other stuff from like Fugitive in and things like that I need to unbox. So some good stuff like that will come up in this next week. And then trying to think of what else. At the end of the month, don't forget, I'm doing an all Freddy kind of auction. We'll have some other stuff like in Buy It Now and other places, but most of the stuff that will be auctioning off that night will be all Freddy Funkos. So if you like Freddy Funko, it's a great time to check. And there are some pretty good rare pieces in there. So if you're looking for some good limited pieces, there's some NFT pieces. There's a good variety of older stuff too. So a lot of great stuff. So please go bookmark that one and come hang out with us. And I am not starting a new channel. So just to let you know.
Sure.
But, you know, if I was going to start a new channel, I would start back this. So this is our old Eat More of It. This is our Instagram, our foodie Instagram. We actually had a YouTube channel, but we didn't do much with the YouTube channel. We kind of just uploaded stuff just to have an extra place. But we used to do a food blog and stuff like that and go all over the place. We get invited to dinner. I mean, it was a great, fun stuff because you get invited to eat all over the place, like the Four Seasons and like restaurants and special events and all kinds of fun stuff. So we did that a while till COVID hit, really. I think that's when we kind of stopped that, and there was, of course, no events or not a lot of restaurants open and things like that. So if you want to check that out, that's some of our old fun foodie stuff. If you want to be hungry, that's where you can find us. Some old stuff. I would probably start that up if I was going to start anything back up again. Yeah, we had some fun with that. And that's it for tonight.
Velvet and Dave, I'm sorry. I know I've missed a couple Mondays.
I knew that this week felt off. I mean, John's fault. I had a feeling it was John's fault, but
now we have it. It's confirmed. Yeah,
confirmed.
John's going to post failure Fridays and talk about.
I would be good at that.
Yeah. So hopefully everyone had a great time tonight. I had a good time with you guys hanging out and a great time with the chat. And then what do we have going on coming up? PFO will be on.
Mine?
Vince, you're back to
on yours, Vince. Yeah.
Already?
I know.
Let's do it
already. So you got to learn restream. You got to practice your restream. Changing. I was getting better tonight. I figured out some cool stuff to move around.
I'll be honest. I like John's setup with the blurred background. It looks very like
the blurred background.
I think it like with the angle. It looks like it.
Yeah.
It's just because the rest of the room is a mess. So this is where
that's why I got the blur. Like I got the blurred lighting. If you've seen what this really looked like over here, oof.
Yeah.
Oof. But thanks for everyone coming out, and we will see you next week on the Poppin Duo channel. Appreciate everyone.